Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your premier source for Second Amendment news, Monday morning grind. Thank you to Blackout Coffee for being a fantastic supporter of this channel and a fantastic supporter of their community, and to our troops. Check them out. If you like coffee, you're going to like them. They have whole bean, ground, K-Cups, fantastic stuff. Check them out. Let's get into this one. I hope everybody had a fantastic Easter weekend, if that is what you celebrate. If you celebrate something else, I hope it was a great one. Why did I specifically open saying that? Well, that's because for even more members of the workforce of the NRA, Easter was very, very bittersweet. Now, last week I did a video where 60 people had been laid off by the NRA because of the coronavirus. I personally believe it's because of all of the lawsuits that they're actually being sued by other people, and the amount of people that have woken up to what has actually been going on lately with the NRA, and people aren't, donating money anymore as much as they used to that organization. So 60 people were laid off, and there was a 20% salary reduction of everybody else across the board. But Thursday, just this past weekend, an email went out to the remaining members of the work staff. I have a copy of that email, and I figured that this would be a great time to let you know what is going on with our NRA. Keep in mind that they've already cut 60 people's jobs, they've already reduced salaries for those remaining, and they froze pensions. Okay, so right now you can see that remaining employed by the NRA is probably not great, unless you're Wayne LaPierre. He made over $2.2 million last year, so he's doing great. But let's read this email. And again, this is from Wayne LaPierre, the Executive Vice President of the NRA. It says, "Dear NRA family, the NRA has never been just a building or an organization to me. It is a family of members, of employees, and of patriots like you, who every day pour your heart and soul into our singular mission of defending our nation's freedoms and supporting red flags and the bump stock ban." But that's, who wants to know that stuff? "I want to personally thank you for all you have done and continue to do to live out this mission, especially during these unprecedented times. With the same fighting spirit the NRA is known for, we will get through this together. These are extraordinary, challenging times for all Americans. In 43 years working for the NRA, 29 of them as your Executive Vice President, who is directly responsible for the shitstorm that's a-brewing, I have never seen a crisis like the one our world is in right now, nor one that touches my heart so deeply. The impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic are being felt in every corner of the global economy, in businesses both large and small, including right here within our beloved NRA. With virtually every state now under stay-at-home orders, day-to-day business activity stopped or greatly reduced, and households quarantined to prevent the further spread of the coronavirus. This has been one of the greatest and most significant challenges we've ever faced as Americans. Sadly, the NRA is not immune to these challenges either. With the cancellation of the NRA annual meeting in Nashville, Tennessee, and the required suspension of all in-person programs, trainings, fundraisings, and other events, and competitions, we have had to adjust. We have lost significant revenue, and just like every other business and household in America, we too must make difficult decisions now to ensure our house, the bedrock of protecting our nation's freedom, remains viable for the long term. Against this backdrop, and with a heavy heart, we have had to make the very painful decision to furlough employees who cannot perform their duties in the short term due to the cancellation or postponement of events, temporary closures of facilities, or other disruptions in our operations. Although we do not have a crystal ball and cannot make specific promises, our hope and intention is to bring back as many furloughed employees as possible, as soon as possible, as conditions improve. Employees who are affected will be contacted directly by Human Resources tomorrow, Friday, April 10th, which was this past Friday, with more details and to provide additional resources and answer specific questions. Furloughs will take effect on Sunday, April 12th. Happy Easter. You no longer work. And will end on varying dates based on employees' duties and the needs of the NRA. These people who are losing their job, taking furloughs, or being forced to take furloughs, are in addition to the 60 that were already cut. Here's what this means for furloughed employees. Furloughed employees will not be paid to take leave during the furlough. However, employment status will not change. In accordance with the employment law, during the furlough, employees may not work on NRA business, even on a voluntary basis. Accordingly, email and VPN access will be shut off, as will access to NRA facilities. Arrangements may be made on a case-by-case basis and consistent with necessary health precautions for furloughed employees to retrieve any personal items. So they just, like, you're cut, you don't have your email, you can't have any access to the building, you can't access the internet, and we'll think of a way to get you your stuff. Thank you for all of your time. All NRA benefits, including health insurance, will be retained under such employees' current open enrollment selections. Furloughed employees will continue to pay their usual premiums for all elected benefits. Furloughed employees are not eligible to make 401k or 457b contributions during this time. So we're cutting you, you're not getting paid, but you get to still pay for your benefits. Yes, it's good that they still get benefits, but if they're not making an income, Wayne, how the hell are they going to pay for that? State unemployment benefits are available to eligible employees, as well as expanded financial support to individuals and families through the CARES Act. In addition to the furloughs, the NRA has made the additional hard decision, pending approval from the NRA's Executive Committee, of course, to temporarily suspend employer matching contributions to the NRA 401k plan. Employees will receive 30 days notice before such action takes effect. Like with the furloughs, our goal is to resume matching contributions as soon as possible as market conditions improve. Employees are encouraged to evaluate personal contributions and financial options, and to take advantage of options not available in personal savings or investment accounts, such as deferred taxes and compounded growth. If you have any questions about your plan, please contact our plan administrator, Fidelity, at the number. For 149 years, the NRA has withstood countless challenges both within our country and against our organization as a whole, and we have always emerged stronger and more tightly knit, especially since we're firing everybody who is against Wayne LaPierre and keeping all of his moles in place. This will be no different. Our members and our employees are the heart of what we do and the first-line defenders of our freedom across America. I look forward to the time, hopefully soon, when we are all back together again as one united and strong NRA family. We will get through this. Please stay safe. Wayne. Bullshit! Look, I'm not questioning that they're facing financial hardship. In fact, I know they are. As I've detailed here on this channel, there'll be a playlist of NRA troubles floating above my head. Watch that. There's some good information in there that's been coming out since I was at the NRA annual meetings last year. Actually, the 4 days before the actual meeting kicked off, there was some stuff going on between Oliver North and Wayne LaPierre, and Wayne was asking Chris Cox for a loan from the NRA. Chris said no, he was fired. All kinds of dirty laundry was aired in the last year, including the lawsuits that they're now facing and Ackerman McQueen and all kinds of crazy stuff. Wayne, it's really not COVID-19 that is causing your issues. I'm sure that it's having a little bit of an effect, like it is everywhere else, because people would rather, buy their toilet paper right now than to send money to the NRA, especially because the NRA has backed red flag laws and the bump stock ban. But, that's just me, a pro-Second Amendment guy, my own personal opinion, some guy here on the internet who calls it like he sees it. The NRA is not the bedrock of the American freedoms anymore. In fact, oftentimes when I'm looking at what's going on across the country, especially right now, where more and more states are getting more brazen, wait till you see what I tell you about Hawaii later on today, states are pushing their boundaries in ways they never could before, never have before, and they can't according to the Constitution, but, it's virus, so we don't want people to be sick. And I've even had people tell me that a right delayed is not a right denied, and I'd rather have my family be safe than to have you guys, you gun people, have your rights to defend yourself, or to buy a gun, or to get a gun license in states that have them. That is actually insane, that people have been so brainwashed that they would rather get in the train cars, follow the government, and say yes, massa, than to stand for your own individual liberties and take care of yourself and not beg or suck on the teat of the government to help get you where you want to be. It's neither here nor there with the NRA. The NRA is in trouble because the NRA put themselves in harm's way with decisions they've made. And this letter shows just how much trouble they're in. They cut 60 people. They're cutting more who found out on Friday, and they're no longer being paid effective Easter. I hope you enjoyed your holiday. And by the way, you can't get into the building to get your stuff unless we tell you. You're not able to get your deferred compensation. And by the way, you also have to pay for your health benefits, and we're not going to pay you, so figure out how you're going to do that. And maybe your family can stay healthy the whole time. That's insane. Look, I understand that hard decisions have to be made. But at last week's video, I detailed how much money Wayne LaPierre makes. It's like $2.225 million. How much could 60 employees cost for a 3-month period? There are casinos here in Massachusetts. There's a casino, the Encore Casino, that's paying their employees even though it's closed. All right? Yeah, casinos make a lot of money, but so does the NRA. If you can pay Wayne LaPierre $2.25 million, and like in 17 he made more money, but he could just take one of his line items of his salary that I was detailing, like one of those is $455,000. Like, really, yield that back, Wayne, and save your company, save your people. Show them that you actually care about them. But you don't. We get it. It's all about you and your private planes and your expensive suits and your bodyguards. I get it. The NRA's in some serious trouble, folks. Sound off down below. What do you think? Thumbs up this video if you liked it. And if you are a normal, regular watcher of the channel, thank you, first off, for your support. But please smash that thumbs up. It is imperative now. I think the last 5 or 6 videos I've done are struggling as far as views-wise. The algorithm. My channel is currently being reviewed again, so we'll see how that goes. But if you could share this, thumbs up it, subscribe if you haven't already. It would really help out the channel. The more we grow, the more we know, and the stronger we become. Our individual liberties in the United States Constitution is much more important than what the government wants you to do because of a virus. And if you don't agree with that, you need to look in the mirror, because the problem is looking right back at you. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time. Thank you for your support. Until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, and carry your weapon. Take care, everybody.